we're gonna go through our strength/conditioning where we utilize sleds and different carries. This is basically like doing farm boy work where we're just lifting, carrying, pulling, and pushing things. So we've got a few different sleds here where we could go heavier or lighter. If it's lighter, we're sprinting. If it's heavier, we're doing power walks with it where it's developing more strength. If we were outdoors in my early days when I didn't even own a gym, we had sleds that were being pulled across grass. So if the custodians didn't cut the grass, it was higher resistance. We were also pushing the truck and then sprinting hills. So having area and the ability to move is a big advantage when training wrestlers. I want them to be minimally laying and sitting on things, and more often than not, standing, carrying, pushing, and pulling other objects in their body weight. So Ray and Nick are gonna go through 2 different sets where you're gonna notice them carrying different objects, different positions, and also utilizing different sleds. For the sake of the camera, we're shortening the length a little bit more, but this turf is about 60 feet each way. But if I was doing this outdoors, there were times where I was at a school that had a field that was about 150 feet each way. So they might drag a sled 150 feet, sprint across a parking lot, get to the picnic table, military press the table. Then they would do pull-ups off the monkey bars, sprint back, drag the sled, power row the sled. Then they would pummel and do wrestling drills on the grass. That outdoor element allowed me to mix a lot of different variables into this. But this is some of the most important stuff. We do this during a warm-up, sleds and carries, then we finish with sleds and carries. So we're gonna let the guys get going right here. Here we go. So we got a different sled here, forwards and backwards to work the legs from different angles. And you always want forwards, backwards, lateral sled drags, want to mix it up. We have a lot of specialized equipment here. So this right here, 80 pounds of chains with revolving handles that really challenge the grip. Nick is gonna carry the 80-pound medicine ball, could double underhook it, could even do squats when he gets to the end of the turf. And we could do this for time, 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I've done timed carries mixed in with movements on the medicine ball. So carry it down and back, 5 presses, carry it down and back, 5 squats, repeating it for 5 minutes. And they're gonna do one more carry after this. Ray's gonna go with a water-filled keg, so the water sloshes around in that keg. Elbows are up and back, so he's not slouched over. So he's getting isometric work here on the arms and the grip, a lot of finger strength as well. His back is really getting worked as he's got to pull his shoulder blades back the whole time. He's also working the legs, so that is a full body exercise. Nick is gonna do what we call an offset carry. He's gonna have 2 different positions. So we got the rack and then the suitcase position. Tremendous for stability, makes the body strong from different angles. Okay, switching on the other side. And of course the kettlebells have a slightly thicker grip, so everything we do gets grip work. Everything has an impact on their grip strength. Excellent. So a quick rundown of what we just saw. They did 2 rounds in a row. They did 2 different carries, 2 different sleds. We might have them do 3 in a row. We might have them sprint the sleds. A way to elicit a lot more power is to have them race against each other. Nothing brings out more intensity than having athletes race. We might also do like the suicides with the sleds. So first beam and back, second beam and back, third beam and back. I would do that with somebody who needs to push their conditioning and you want that athlete to get tougher. You know, that's a word sometimes experts don't want to hear the word mental toughness, but the bottom line is you need to challenge yourself and get out of the comfort zone to build that grit. And it can be developed. Some people say you're born with it. That is not true. The right environment and the right training can develop and bring that out of somebody. And so the training here is a blend of kind of the realities of what I've seen since I was a wrestler starting in '89 to the blending of science and learning from my own mistakes. And of course, the best learning is watching wrestlers move and seeing how they perform. It gives me a very good blueprint as to what is right and what is wrong. And I'll tell you, that is constantly evolving. There's very rarely a solid, correct answer for certain things, outside of the fact that strength and conditioning and overall strength and performance must be an all year round system of training. So we're going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to wrap it all up for us as we bring all this information together so you have an actionable plan to take these movements and put them into play for yourself. If you're an athlete, if you are a coach or a parent, you want to implement it for your son, your daughter, your team, you're going to have a plan. So we'll be back with that in the next segment.